Ladies and gentlemen, in today's video, I'm going to be walking you through 4 different strategies inside Google Ads that just no longer work. As we all know, Google Ads is constantly changing and therefore the best practices are always changing. So we need to stay up to date if we are to ensure the best results inside of our account. Now, these strategies that I'm going to mention, I still see being used, so I see a lot of accounts still using them, and honestly, they're just not the best way to go in 2023 when it comes to all these strategies. You're going to shoot yourself in the foot with a lot of them because they're either going to consume a lot of time or they're just not going to deliver the best results. So it's important to stop using these strategies and implement the ones that are more up to date so you can get better results. Now, starting off with number 1 is single keyword ad groups, and single keyword ad groups are also known as SKAGs, and these were very predominant inside of Google Ads for a very long time. And essentially what a SKAG is imagine if you had an ad group that essentially only targeted one keyword. So the ad group would be electrician near me, the keyword would be electrician near me, and then the actual ad would say electrician near me or something very similar to that. What has happened in Google Ads as of recent is Google has essentially switched its match types to no longer detect search terms, they go after intent and meaning behind the keywords. So when someone types in local electrician or local electrician near me or electricians near us, all of these things in Google's artificial intelligence's mind mean the exact same thing. So your ad is still going to be able to pop up for it, meaning single keyword ad groups and creating massive lists and massive amounts of ad groups with 200 or 300 ad groups inside your entire account is no longer useful because you could just put those keywords in one ad group, have a, ad that targets all of them, and save yourself a whole bunch of time and get better results with it. So this is something to definitely look out for inside Google Ads. Single keyword ad groups are just not what they used to be due to that massive switch in keyword match types from search-based to intent-based. So that's something you definitely need to look out for. Now, the next strategy that no longer works is manual CPC. And I know a lot of people are going to get upset with me about this, but manual CPC is just not what it used to be. Manual CPC used to be the predominant bidding strategy inside Google Ads, and it was by far the best strategy for a very long time. The issue is Google's artificial intelligence got really good as of late, and it just has all of the data and actual intelligence behind it to make good decisions, to understand when to go after a individual and when not to. So essentially, when someone types in, let's say, local HVAC technicians or local HVAC service or pool installation, whatever the keyword is, it then looks at all the data behind this and it does this all in a flash or instantaneously. And essentially what it does is it looks at the audience they belong to, the demographic, the time of day, the day of the week, takes in all of this, looks at whether or not that person is essentially going to convert or not, and then makes a decision instantly on whether or not to bid on that keyword. It used to be really bad at this, now it's really good, and it's far superior to manual CPC, which only uses data based off the actual bid limit. So if you have a bid of $5, it doesn't matter if this person is going to convert at a 90% chance, it's only going to pay $5 and that's it. So you're really shooting yourself in the foot here with manual CPC as opposed to automated bidding strategies. That could be targeted ROIS, target CPA, max conversions, whatever it is. Automated bidding strategies, provided you have the relevant data, are just far superior to manual CPC nowadays. Now, that being said, manual CPC could still be used in, I would assume, data collection. I've seen it being used in data collection for like the first month, and then they switch over to an automated bidding strategy once it has enough data and conversions in it. I think that could be fine. I just think maximize clicks is a far easier solution to that. That way you don't have to go in and create every single different bid modifier and you're setting a limit for every single keyword. It's a big waste of time in my opinion. I think maximize clicks is far easier to that. Once you have the data, you can then switch over to a target CPA or target ROIS or max conversions, whatever it is, an automated bidding strategy, and you're just going to see far better results because Google's AI has that data to make all these decisions with, and it's going to be able to target keywords that are going to get you the best results. Now, number 3 when it comes to strategies that no longer work, and that is using irrelevant landing pages. And irrelevant landing pages are something that a lot of people don't even use. They still use their websites. I've seen several accounts as of late still using websites and driving traffic to their websites. This is just not a good idea for most companies, and the reason for that is a website converts at a much lower rate than a landing page. A landing page converts anywhere from 20 to 40% of the people that go on it, as opposed to a general website, anywhere from less than 1% to 10% normally. And you could easily double or triple the amount of leads you're getting literally overnight from using a landing page. Now, what I mean by irrelevant landing pages is, say we have an ad group that says local HVAC technicians near us or something similar to that. and we send them to a landing page that says AC repair. Now, these two things have very different intent behind them. And as you can see, as I was mentioning before with keywords and all that stuff and match types, we have to send it to a landing page that has the same intent. So I would create a landing page that's specific to this. So it could just say, looking for a local HVAC tech, and essentially answers that person's question right off the bat. And then they can call you or look at the reasons to purchase from you. It could be, 24/7 service, 10-day guarantee, whatever it is. And then they can call you from there. We want to make that landing page as similar to the actual customer's problem as in the ad. Essentially, we want the keyword to align, the ad to align, and the landing page to align. Now, they don't have to all be identical. Like I said, it's more about intent than the actual word or search term here. But they need to be very similar, and we want to provide the best experience for our customer on the other side of the screen, and that is by using very specific landing pages to answer their problems. And this could be easily set up with a landing page software like Landingly, Unbounce, Instapages. There's a lot of landing page software. Yes, they cost a little bit of money a month, but you're going to see far better results than a normal website. So please keep that in mind. Do not use irrelevant landing pages. They are not good for your Google Ads accounts, and you're going to see cost per click skyrocket, conversion rates fall. Your entire account is going to see far less results than if you were just to use specific landing pages. And yes, I know they take time, but please use specific landing pages that answer the customer's problem. Now, the final problem and final strategy that no longer works inside Google Ads is not using professional conversion tracking. And I'm not saying you have to go out and buy all these conversion tracking services. No. I am saying please track all of the conversions inside your account. That way we can feed Google's AI all the data, or as much data as possible, so it can have all this relevant data to make decisions to then find people to actually target and actually get them to convert into your customers. This is something that's super important, and like I said at the very beginning, we want to provide as much relevant data to Google's AI as possible when we're using those automated bidding strategies. Because if we don't and we give it bad data, it's just not going to make good decisions. We're going to see a higher cost per click, lower conversion rates, and a higher cost per lead, which is not somewhere we want to be. And this is very simple to fix. Like, this is not super complicated. You should set up a conversion action for form tracking. That's not difficult. You need to set up, your global site tag and then a thank you page. Very simple. You could also set up a forwarding number so it swaps out the actual phone number on your website, so you actually track all of that. And then you actually have a separate conversion action. I like to do this for extensions, so you can see the extension phone calls, the phone calls from your website, and then the form submissions. And essentially, if you have those three, you're pretty much good for all of your conversion actions. You don't got to worry about it that much. And this shouldn't take you more than an hour. It's very simple to set up. And if you have any experience running a website or landing page, that's not difficult at all. But I've seen so many companies and companies that I've audited, they'll actually run the entire campaign only tracking form submissions. And they don't even want form submissions, they want phone calls, and they're not tracking the phone calls. And it's like, oh my, like it just frustrates me so much because you're wasting so much money and you have no idea of knowing the results. And also you're not giving any of that data to Google's AI, which it could then optimize and get you even better results with. So that's something you have to make sure you're doing. Use conversion tracking, make sure it's set up properly, make sure it's recording, make sure everything is good to go before you launch these campaigns. Otherwise, it's just going to lead to very poor results. Now, one thing I did want to mention at the end of this video, and if you haven't checked it out yet, check out our Google Ads optimization checklist. It's completely free and the link is down below. It walks you through what to do on a weekly, monthly, and 3-month basis. It also lets you jot down your results. This is great to make sure your account is improving month over month, and it's just nice and easy so you don't forget anything. I'm prone to forgetting things, so a checklist is nice to have to make sure, did I optimize that or did I not optimize that last week? So if you haven't checked that out, definitely do. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave a comment down below. On that, you guys have a wonderful day and take care. I wish you all well.